I love coffee cups. These are awesome. So on one side, I've got my logo, and underneath it says We Buy Houses. And on the other side of the coffee cup, it's got my logo and it says We Rent Homes. Guess who gets these? They make great gifts. Give it to your employees. Give it to your vendors.
You're listening to 5 Hour Real Estate Week, where you'll learn to consistently buy real estate in only 5 hours a week. So if you're ready to invest in real estate, achieve financial freedom, and own the lifestyle you deserve, even with your job, this is the show for you. Now, here's your host, Mike Butler.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the 5 Hour Real Estate Week podcast. My name's Mike Butler, and today's episode is last-minute holiday gifts to kill two birds, maybe three birds, with one rock. I like that. And it's not too late if you take action now. In previous episodes, we've talked about how to be a holiday hero for your residents, your employees, your vendors. And here's one you're really going to love, and it's worked for me many times, especially if you're growing your business, buying more properties, and finding qualified, great residents. Now, not only are these gifts this year to my maintenance employees, my wife, Beth, she found this incredible deal and she made it better. And I just had to share it with you. And she forced me to share this with everybody. So if you've got the video version of the podcast, you can see on the screen, we've got, and I'm going to talk it to you, last minute holiday gifts to kill two or three birds with one rock. And you can see a picture of my beautiful bride, Beth, down here in the lower left corner. Now, here's your two birds. These are no-brainers. It's great gifts that you enjoy giving. And number two, to kill your second bird, they qualify as an advertising expense for your real estate business. Isn't that awesome? Okay. So here's what she found. You may have heard of Carhartt jackets. I never heard of those growing up. They were like, I've been told they're the Mercedes-Benz, the Rolls-Royce of jackets and stuff. And I never had one. Even to this day, but she found it on Sierra.com, Sierra.com. And she found where you can get, high dollar Carhartt jackets for $79. So check it out there. And she's going to get their name embroidered our logo embroidered on the left side and put their name embroidered on the right side. Those are fancy gifts, but if it were up to me, I wouldn't do that fancy one like that. I'd go to a place called 4imprint.com. That's the number 4 and then imprint.com. You're going to find all kinds of stuff there, and it's all custom embroidered with your logo. Okay. And you can get jackets from $19.95 and order as few as 6 of them, and they ship within 6 days. So you still have time if you take action right away. So like, for example, this, it's called a midweight micro fleece quarter zip pullover. Okay. You can get your logo embroidered on it, and it's from $19.95. You can get hoodies, sweatshirts, vests, anything you want there at 4imprint.com. And guess what? If you give those out as holiday gifts, they become an advertising expense for your business. Now, then we got t-shirts, jackets, and on the t-shirts, what I like to use is either black with white lettering or white ink on them. Okay, now the t-shirts, they do ink though. They're not embroidered. But I do love the safety green color. I mean, that's that bright lime green color. It looks like it's got batteries in it. You can get those from $4.39 each and order as few as 18. You don't have to order 100 or 300 of them, and it ships within 6 days. Okay. And if you're looking at the video part, you can see there's that safety green t-shirt. The front of it has my logo on the left side chest. And then on the back, we got the big logo. And underneath it, it says, We Buy Houses, We Rent Homes. And folks, these things work. I love coffee cups. You can get them, once again, the same website, 4imprint.com. You can order as few as 36. They ship within 1 day. And these are awesome. So on one side, I've got my logo, and underneath it, it says We Buy Houses. And on the other side of the coffee cup, it's got my logo, and it says We Rent Homes. Now, guess who gets these? Every new resident, every new tenant you put into one of your apartments or homes. How about your attorney's office, their closing table? Put your coffee cup up there. Put all their ink pens inside of your coffee cup. They make great gifts. Give it to your employees. Give it to your vendors. I mean, for example, you might have heard of Fifth Third Bank. Okay. Well, back in around 1990, maybe the late 80s, Fifth Third Bank came to Kentucky and bought out a bank that I was dealing with. The name of that bank was Cumberland Bank. and they bought it. And today it's Fifth Third Bank of Kentucky. Well, guess what? I still have in my office with all my coffee cups. I got my Cumberland Bank coffee cups still to this day. That's before websites or anything like that. So coffee cups work. Okay. So instead of just putting your logo on there and then make it look artsy fartsy and all this crap, I got my website, and on one side we buy houses. I got my logo, which contains my website. And then we buy houses on one side, flip the cuff over. On the other side, we rent homes. You can order as few as 36 of these puppies, and they ship within 1 day. Okay. I would order more than 36. Also at 4imprint.com, ball caps. So you can get those from $1.25 and order as few as 100. I couldn't find it any less than that. They ship within 4 days, but I'm going to tell you, be careful with that. I had ordered hundreds of these, and I was handing those out like candy at Halloween, trick or treat. But here's the thing with ball caps. You got to qualify the recipient. You're only going to give your ball cap that has your logo, we buy houses, we rent homes with your website on it. You're only going to give it to people who are wearing a ball cap when you give it to them. And ball caps work. Boogie, one of my maintenance guys years ago, he's wandering around in Home Depot. This little old man saw his hat and said, "Hey, you buy houses?" And it didn't register at first with Boogie. Then he realized, "Oh, my hat says that." He goes, "Yeah, my boss does." Bought a 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick ranch with a 2.5-car garage for $26,000 because of the ball cap. Okay. At that time, that house was probably worth about $80,000. Today, that house would be over $200,000. Okay. But be careful when you do ball caps, because you got to qualify them. Make sure they're wearing a ball cap before you give it to them. Okay. Next up, I love these. They last forever. A foils, go to Google machine and then Google foil stamp keychain /tag. I hope my phone doesn't pick that up. But anyway, if you're looking at the video part, if you can see that, this is not just get the yellow saddle tag. I think is what they call it, saddle kind of key tag. It's hard plastic. Don't get the one shaped like a house. I mean, yeah, that's pretty, but they put ink on top of that. And you can't read it. I want folks to be able to read this and take action with it. And if you get that foil stamp, it's like a reflective blue foil that is embedded inside the plastic, like they melted into the plastic so it can't wear off and it lasts forever. Okay. And so on one side of this bright yellow, neon yellow key tag, I put we buy houses, phone number, website. On the other side, guess what? We rent homes, phone number, website. And you give this, I mean, when you give keys to tenants, you're going to put each key on its own key tag. Okay. You show homes and people stop by your office to sign out a key. You're going to put these key tags on it. And these key tags, they work, folks. I'm telling you, they work. So check those out. I don't know what the minimum is. I don't know the website to get them. A lot of specialty websites, promo websites like this. Just be careful. They'll have that saddle shaped key tag, but make sure that it's embedded, foil, reflective, and you can see it on this video here. Okay. The next thing is to get on your Google machine and Google this. It's called Peel Stick Calendar 2023 or whatever year you want. And as you can see on the left, these are peel and stick calendars that there's a month below it. So you got January and you tear that off in February and it goes all the way through December. Well, if you order them early enough in the year, you can order those like in October. And so I'm late on this one, but anyway, and they also, if you can see the second one there, they've got one in the shape of a house. So I'm going to recommend that you put some kind of shape of a house on the top part. That's your peel and stick part to slap it on something. Okay. And I would order back in the day. It said, well, here's what it said. This one says only 47 cents each for 150. So you can buy as many as you want. But back in the day when I was aggressively growing my business, I was buying 8,000 of these. I'm not encouraging you to do that, but I was getting them for like probably 15 cents a piece back then. And here's what I would do. I'd set them up around every police district. Okay. Police love it because they peel and stick. They put it on their dashboard and they use it to find court dates and holidays. Okay. The other one is, how about yellow cab, wherever the driver pin is? And they've got, if you order enough of them, they'll come in a box that can set up as a display and they can take those out. So police substations, districts, set several boxes up there wherever they do their roll calls at. Then the other one, and put it at the front desk. Yellow cabs. Okay. Who's another one? How about attorneys? Okay. You might mail this to every attorney out there. Yeah, it's going to cost you 65 cents or something. But if they can peel and stick and put that up there next to their computer or something, don't get the magnetic ones because not everybody has metal. Get the peel and stick ones. They can stick on metal and they can put them all over the place. How about tenants? They can peel and stick, put it on the fridge. These things work. Okay. Why yellow cabs? Well, they pick people up from the airport to settle estates. Why policemen also? Well, people in the back seat of the police car's having a problem, ain't they? Well, they might, they might need some help. But anyway, that has worked. Okay. And those are no brainers. Get that. Here's your goal. Okay. So your goal is to kill 2 or 3 birds with one rock. And your first bird you're going to kill is to make your holiday gifts fun and enjoyable for the folks that you're giving them to. Your second bird is an advertising expense for your business. So T-shirts with your logo, jackets with your logo, anything with your logo is an advertising expense for your business. So let's take some of your holiday gifts, figure out a way to put your logo on there and turn it into an advertising expense would be your third bird that you can kill with one rock. So with that, guys, that wraps up this session here. And there's boatloads more gifts that you can kill 2 birds with one rock. Be creative. I just put together a very short list here that you can grab right now. And with last minute holiday gifts, you can still get under the wire with fast shipping and cheap prices. And so these are just some last minute gifts for you. And I hope you enjoyed this. So subscribe and follow my podcast. I don't know social media that much, but click the subscribe button, the follow button, share this with your fellow investors and friends. And I need your help with that. So I want to keep us going and want to be one of the top real estate websites for you and all your fellow investors. And write this down or bookmark it or whatever. It's called the 5hourrealestateweek.com. And that's where you can go and see a list of all of the episodes in order. And if you're just getting started and hearing this for the first time, go down and check out episodes 1 through 10 as it's a mini course on how to get started. So with that, happy holidays. I'll see you on the next one. Adios.
Glad you joined us for another episode of 5 Hour Real Estate Week. The best thing you can do now is put this information to action. To help you get started, Mike created a free resource for you called How to Buy 50 Houses a Year, Even with Your Job. Download it now by going to mikebutler.com/50 houses. And we'll see you on the next episode.